Hi you guys, welcome back to my garden. In today's video, we're going to be taking a trip to the garden center. So we're going to go to the garden center. I'm going to show you guys some of the things that they have going on there. And then in addition to that, my main purpose for going to the garden center is simply for one thing and one thing only. I need to get my starter mix for my seedlings. So I like to make my own mixture. That's something that I've been doing for quite some time. I do use the seed pods, the starter pods, excuse me. I do use the starter pods as well. And I use those for certain things. Now this mixture that I make up, some things I use it for and some things I don't use it for. But it's mostly for my flowers that I use. So we're gonna go ahead and head to the garden center. So my husband's gonna drive me down there, so I'm kind of excited about that because I don't have to drive in the snow because it is snow everywhere. And while it is beautiful, like snow is like literally everywhere, you guys. Mother Nature, please, please, Mother Nature, can we have some warm weather? I don't think we asking for too much. We are cold and we are tired of the snow, Mother Nature. Mother Nature ain't caring nothing that I'm talking about. So we getting ready to go ahead, head down to the garden center. I'm gonna get 2 bags of Pro Mix for sure. And I'm gonna get 2 bags of Pro Mix and see what else they have in there. And until I do my inventory, I am not buying any more seeds. So I'll show you guys how I do that. So let's get to it. I don't know if I am like the only one who's like extremely tired of all of this snow. Like the snow is just, it is just so persistent. The snow is just like really persistent and just not even really willing to go away. But I am so ready for spring, as I know a lot of you guys are also ready for spring. I think that's the anthem that people are singing right now, just waiting for spring to come on. But let's head to this garden center and get out of this cold. I guess today won't be a total wash. I can't get done what I really need to get done outside. So to me, these are the days that I don't like to waste. And I like to go in and supply shop, do things like that. Because when you're like, I work a full-time job. So in addition to working my full-time job, like gardening, to me is a hobby. But I kind of treat it like it's a full-time job. So let's go ahead and get started. How you doing? Good. I do need a bag of Pro Mix. Hey. Me too. Oh, look at these containers. Oh my God. So fully stocked, the Bub Tone, the Biotone, and the big bag. All right, so we got the fertilizer. Oh wow, look at these. $2.69. Look at this bench. Oh my God, look at that. This is where I get my garden gloves from, and I always wear, there's some right here. The medium size. So, medium size, I like to always get a pair of those. Cute. And you can hang it if you want to. So this is $120. That's a good price for that. Now these are adorable. Look at this. Excellent price. Actually below, this is below market value right here. So that's a really good deal on those, on that set. You go somewhere else, you might be spending $300, almost $200 for the same set. It's a good deal. These containers right here. So more containers. More containers. More containers. So when you're looking at a nursery, when you have a nursery that's kind of like a one-stop shop where you can go, you can get your everything that you need. So your soil, you can come and get your soil, your containers, design elements. She even had reefs in there as well. First bag of Pro Mix, and I'm getting 2 of these to do my seed starting. And we're off. So we just got back from the garden center. The Pro Mix is frozen, which is to be expected because they store it outside. So I'm gonna have both of those brought back in. What I'm gonna do with the Pro Mix, I'm gonna let it sit, let it thaw out. It should be workable pretty much by a day or 2. And then I'll be able to go ahead, start my mixture and start my seeds for the things that's appropriate for me to start right now. But I have a secret weapon that I like to use for my seed starting mix, and my secret weapon, you will really be shocked to find out what it is. When I tell some people what my secret weapon is, they are really shocked, and some of them look at me as if I have lost it all and I'm crazy. But when I tell you it works, and it's so amazing, and it's something that everybody has in their home, an everyday item. I would have to say that I have 2 things that I use as a secret weapon. The first one is Dawn dish detergent, and the second one is gypsum. These are things that everyone has, and basically what it does is it prevents your seedlings from becoming too dry and overwatered. So by using the combination of both of those, I'm able to mix up a perfect seed mixture, and it increases my success every single time that I've used it. What I like to do to prevent myself from ordering too many seeds is I like to go through and I do a pre-inventory. So I went in and I bought seeds from 3 different companies. I'll show you that when we go inside. And then in addition to me showing you that, I have some supplies that I have left over. So what I like to do, I knew I did not have any Pro Mix on hand, so that was one thing that I knew I had to go get. So with that being said, ran out, got 2 things of seed mix. Now I'm getting ready to go in, look over my seeds and see which seeds I actually need to order, and show you guys an example of my process. So it's pretty cold outside, so let's go ahead and go inside. So I'll tell you before we go in the house. Welcome out of the garden and into my home. I am glad that you are here. Before I start ordering, and I cannot say I do this religiously without fail, I like to go through and I like to do an inventory. So to be 100% transparent, I've already went in and I've ordered some seeds, but I figured before I put my large order in, I needed to go through my seeds, see what all I need. I do know for sure that I do have to get me some more heating mats. Go through my little inventory and what I have on hand. I'm going to compile my list to actually see what I'm going to have planned out for my garden. Now, I do know for sure that this year in my garden, tomatoes 100% without fail. So the first thing that I do is I like to go into my seed stash and I like to see what type of tomatoes I have on hand. So okay, so what I'll do is I'll go through and I see what type of tomato seeds I have on hand. And set some of those right there. Okay, so I have a yellow, it looks like a yellow pear tomato. These two varieties that I have, yeah, both of these are indeterminate tomatoes. So with that, I know these are not appropriate for a container because they are a vining type. And if I do put them in a container, I have to make sure that I accommodate them with some type of staking system. So technically, I could grow this tomato in a container, but I would put that one tomato in there and grow it in, you know, up a trellis, or, you know, make two and grow it up a trellis. It just all depends on how creative I feel like being for the season. Or I will dedicate an area in my garden for my tomatoes. I believe I ordered some tomatoes, but I'm going to check current order to make sure that I actually need any tomatoes. Then from there, I look at my lettuce. Now, lettuce, I love, love, love to grow lettuce inside of containers. So I know I have plenty of different types of lettuces and kales. So I don't think I need to order any of those. So like I got some kale here. Here's another lettuce, more lettuce, arugula, lettuce. Okay, so for the most part, I will order more lettuce, so I am going to order more lettuce. I may have actually already, and we're going to open up those packages, but I think I already have ordered some more lettuce, but you can never have enough lettuce on hand. I like to also go through my supplies. If you have one that really performed well for you, a heating mat, drop down in the comment section and let me know. So, Johnny Seeds. All right. So then from there, what I go in and do is so I'm just going in right now checking to see if I have any more tomato varieties. And I'm using tomatoes because that's one of the things that every year without fail. Okay, so no varieties in this one. And then Baker's Creek. have more lettuce with the Baker's Creek and tomatoes, another tomato. So I'll put these back in here. Oh, and actually this was a free seed with my order. Got the winners. So Proven Winners, and I don't think I ordered any tomatoes from Proven Winners. So no tomatoes from Proven Winners. So that lets me know that I do need to either one, allocate a space out in my garden for tomatoes, or head and prepare to grow my tomatoes in containers. I know that I need some seed starting mix, and I do have the pellets. So this is one thing I like to use is the Jiffy starting pellets. So I like to use these pellet refill pods, and I like these because they're space savers. It takes out the guessing game about how the texture that you need to, you know, when you use the seed starting mix, like you put it in your bowl, you moisten it, and you mix it up to a certain consistency. And so that's why I like using the pods, because it kind of takes the guesswork out. And I feel like when I use the pods, it makes it easier to water from up underneath. And I have some seed starting cells. So let me go ahead and show you the seed starting cells that I have. When I use these trays, I will go ahead, drop my seed in there. Once I drop my seed in there, so I put 2 seeds in each one. Sometimes if the seed has a low germination rate, I will go ahead and add 3 seeds to it. Once they come up, I'll go ahead and thin out my seedling. For the most part, I just go in, cut out the weak seedlings, especially if it has a low germination rate. If it has a low germination rate, that's the way I'm going. I'm not going to take a chance with trying to go in and trying to transplant a seedling. So, and just move them upside. So versus me doing that, all I have to do is just start out with this. It's literally from germination to transplanting. So I know I have 2 containers of 36, so that's 72 cells right there. Seeds in 2 different ways. So I have a couple of these, a few of these actually. So I use these if I'm taking cuttings from my garden, and I have a few different ways that I do my cuttings. But then also, I like to use these for seed starters. And I like it because it's kind of like its own independent greenhouse, and it comes with a light as well. So let's say if I'm not starting that many cells, I can actually take my pods, and this is why I love the pellets. I could take my pellets, put my pellets inside of this pod, and then from there, I turn around and I'm basically like one-stop shop. So I take the cells, drop the cells in here, drop my seeds in there, label them, and then that's that. So let's go ahead and dig into this box. It comes with a grow light here. And it tells you, you know, how to put the grow light together or whatever. But this is why I'm so in love with this set. So, I take my pod. So, here's the tray that comes with it, right? So, I take my tray. I start whatever I'm going to start, line them up in there. Once I get them in there, it's like an instant humidity dome. Like, you cannot go wrong with this system. And so, for me, if I know I'm going out of town, what I'll do is I will make sure I provide water for them up underneath, or if I'm busy, and because I have the humidity dome and in addition to the light, I can kind of just say, okay, well, I can call and tell my boys, okay, we'll put this amount of water in there, or call and tell my husband, put this amount of water in there. Don't water directly on the plants, and then I know they'll be fine. But just comment down in the section below and let me know if you use a grow light. If you don't use a grow light, let me know what you use. Do you use Mother Nature? Another thing I like to do too is the winter sowing method. When we were in elementary school and around Mother's Day, you will always get to plant some type of flower. So you get your little styrofoam cup, you put your seed in there, and you set it in the windowsill. That's my type of vibe. That's my type of mood. Like, and you always had success. I don't know if the teacher came after the fact and if it had a couple of plants that if little Johnny, if his plant was not working right, she switched Johnny plant out or whatever. But that was something that I always look forward to as a little kiddo. Like, oh, we getting ready to plant our seeds. This horrible winter has passed us. Now it's time to plant these seeds, spring break. And then we get out of spring break and then it's getting ready to be the summertime. So that has always been something that I have looked forward to for a long time, is starting seeds. My absolute love of seeds. Do you grow vegetables in your garden? Whether or not you grow them in containers, in ground, I would love to hear how you grow. Drop down in the box and let me know. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.